Good afternoon, cock. I hope we're all having a great day whenever you're watching this. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. If you don't see me through week, through window, all that jazz. Truman Show reference. Guys, welcome to the weekly Barnsley Live. A quick thank you to Sham. It's not coming up, mate, on the thing because he sent me... Oh, no, it is. I've not even gone live yet, and he sent me £2. My man! No right back, even though we've got a player in every position. Shut up, Sham. This is not the Mansfield show. This is the Barnsley one. Thank you for your £2, though. I will put it in my piggy bank. Thank you very much, King. Kiss. Legend. Right. Okay. There is because there's a week to go now till winter, so it starts on Saturday, obviously. Well, our season starts on Saturday. The main one starts on Friday with Luton versus Wimbledon. But our first game is Plymouth away. We will get into, looking at the state of the team that we're going to have. And the state of the team that we're going to come up against, which is the main thing here, like how good Plymouth can be. But there has been some stuff going down this week. There has been some stuff that's happening. There's obviously an interview we were to unpack, really, that is just given to Chronicle/Yorkshire Post, so we'll look at that as well. But yeah, there's quite a bit that's been going on. And we're not in the best of nick going into it, are we really? We're not in the best place we've ever been, ever. Lofthouse has gone to Burton. Not a miss. He never really had a chance ever. He never, ever nailed down a position. I still don't truly know what his best position is. I'm assuming he's a right wing back, somewhat along them lines. But we never saw him nail down a position ever. Even for, say, a couple games. Even when there were other injuries or there were a chance to really nail it down, he was still used as a utility man. Right back, left back. Centre mid, I'm convinced I saw him play once. He were in wings. He was stood up front in a 3-5-2. I remember seeing that before. He's been everywhere. So it's not much of a miss in terms of quality because there's not a great deal here, in fairness, from what we've seen. Burton love him, so maybe they've got a steal. But this isn't much of a loss, really. It's just the severe lack of incomings that's making this seem worse than it is. Because obviously when you add this to the other ones that we've lost, these are all right backs / right wing backs that Barnsley have let go so far. Not one of them is good enough for us. Not one. I like Cotter. I prefer Cotter out of the ones that's gone. I think Cotter is someone that I'd have liked to have kept, honestly, to come off bench. But he's his own man. He wants to go and get game time. That's fair enough. I think he'll take piss out of League 2, me. Seriously. But I would have liked to have kept Cotter. Whereas O'Keefe and Lofthouse, I literally couldn't care less. The problem is we've let 3 right backs go / right wing backs and brought none in. It's not some big shock that we're going to play 4 at back. We've been planning to play 4-3-3 effectively. Or let's put it this way, because we don't know structure at middle at park. We're going to play back 4 and we're going to have wingers. We've known that since Urian took over and he got job in first place. I don't understand the priority or the order that we've gone after some of these players. We're linked with that Jordan Thomas who I'm going to talk about in a bit, which it'd be a great signing. But do we need that right now? No, we've got wingers that can play at first game. We've not got a right back. We're going into one of the hardest fixtures the entire season. Or we could really take advantage of, by the way, because Plymouth don't look in sort of shape that we all thought they were going to do. They're not looking that good, really. Instead, they've just come down with all the money they've got. They've not brought in a lot of cleverless players yet. A serious team would take advantage of that. Do you know what I mean? That's what's annoying. I know Rihanna said in the interview with Chronicle that he wants a right back and hopefully we can get one for Plymouth. But hopefully he's not really good enough, is it? We've got a director of football and a CEO. I would love to know what they're doing on a day-to-day. I really would. Don't get me wrong, guys. I got a free shirt from club, so they've bought me. No, they're fucking shit at the job. They're absolutely crap. Horrendous at the job. Oversaw the worst January transfer window in recorded history. And even if Clark weren't the man, you could have at least got him some half-decent loans instead of Clement Rodriguez. We could still have gone down cheap route, but got some decent loans. We were in top 6 in Jan, weren't we? And then it just completely fell off a cliff, which I'm not surprised. You're sacking a man that never got a chance anyway. Whether Urian were being paved way to be manager or what, I don't know. But it just made no sense, ever. The January transfer strategy that went for it were absolutely horrendous. It's one of the worst probably ever in football. I'm not just saying about us. One of the worst ever. Across board, across the entire sport, it's one of the worst. It's just daft. How are we going into the first game of the season? We have to right back. Yeah, honestly, James, that first one, that deadline day live That's going down in folklore, mate. That will go down in the history books. Zach, thank you for the £2, my friend. Red's interested in Archie Cullen / DKD. I'm just stop reading your messages. Thank you for the £2, my friend. And we are going to annihilate you, by the way. Like third, fourth game, whatever it is. You're getting battered. Right back or no right back, you're getting bummed. Luke, thank you for the 5, my bud. Good luck for the new season. Grab yourself a pint if you're watching game. My man. Kiss. Legend. Thank you very much for the 5. Thank you, Luke, Zach, Sham. Thank you very much for the early donos. Very much appreciated. What badge is that, Sham? I'm trying to look. I can't really see it from here. No idea. Absolutely no idea. But thank you, guys. I appreciate it, Luke. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Right. I just had to get that little right back rant out my system because it's really, really pissed me off. Like, coming into this Jordan Thomas thing as well. It looks great. Like, his stats aren't obviously here. I think he got 8 goals, 4 assists, somewhere along them lines. As a 24-year-old winger, it's his first season in professional football, and he was Cheltenham's best player by a mile. They've got that Archer as well, who's quite good. But across the board, Cheltenham is shit. You know what I mean? Cheltenham's squad is very, very poor. They create very little, and someone like this, for the sake of 250 grand, it's peak Barnsley. It's exactly the type of signing that we've made throughout history. This is exactly the type of thing we should be doing. Going and sweeping up. Before, we'd sweep up all League One's best players from different teams. We should at least be doing it with League Two. He's the best player. Just go and take him. It's 250 grand. Teams do that. It's just big fuck small. Championship sides look at us and go, oh, well, that's their best player. Let's go and nab it. Not so much now as it were with crying, but it's always been a thing. We will go and take League Two's best players. We are bartering over 50 grand. £50,000. That is what we're being tight bastards over. Are we joking? Really? 50 grand? Oh my god. Get a GoFundMe going. Seriously, if we could not pay £250,000 for a Cheltenham winger, we might as well pack up. Let's go and support Aversley Rec, because I think they'd pay that. 250 grand, man. Thanks, Skeff. 250 grand. I just can't believe that we've gone in with a low ball. Well, I can. And I don't even mind it. Going in with, like, I think we've gone in with like 150, something like that, which is embarrassing in itself. But you can't really blame us. It's just basics of business. Cheltenham are in financial ruin. We're going to go and try and get your fella on cheap because he's going to unsettle him. He's got a year left. He's not going to stay. He's not going to stay anyway. He's going to go. So we might as well try and like nick him now for a bit of cash, and then they can use that money early doors. I don't mind that. But as soon as Cheltenham made it public that it were 250 grand release clause, just go and get him before someone else does. Someone like Bolton will come and just get him and stick him on bench. Do you know what I mean? He's going to leave Cheltenham next like week, regardless. Why don't we just make it us? Instead of trying to waggle for 50 grand. We did the exact same thing. I'll tell you now, we did the exact same thing with Thomas Asante. When he were at Salford and we bartered of it, I'm sure we put £20,000 in and his release clause was 50. It was some of that outrageous. We tried lowballing for 50 grand. It went to West Brom and they were sold for millions to Coventry. It's so annoying. Oh, God. Jimmy, he ain't going in. No, he's not. I've seen Benjamin Bloom's Barnsley prediction. I'm shooketh. I'm absolutely shooketh. And I told him that in his comments. Disgraceful opinion. Disgraceful putting Barnsley that low. Absolute nailed on top 6. Absolutely nailed on. That Pellerodo Campanzu to Cambridge. Oh, I said it in my video today. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Yeah, MK we're getting... Guys, I knew that a couple of days ago. Come on, guys. It's just not big enough news to speak about. It's an old man. It's not even that much of a miss for Wednesday. Shit him. He's a League Two player, Patterson. He literally looks about 100 and he's about 30. Great. He's got more grey than Jimmy. Right. I would really like this, but we are bartering over circa £5. So no one knows we'll not get him, and I'll be speaking about him getting 35 goals for Luton. It's something like that. We just know what's going to happen. We've also, I don't know how reliable this shit is, but we've been linked with this Tom Hamer from Lincoln, who played often. I mean, they played a free at back Lincoln anyway, didn't they? For most part, or Sean Rogan were left side. It went from left to right. Rogan, Powdy O'Connor, Hamer, and then I forgot who the right back is. But he was very much the transition into a free at back. And he would play right centre half / right back. That sort of line. So it's exactly what we need. And I don't know whether people are just looking at this and going, yeah, this makes sense. We should go for someone like this. And then that's just where it started. Or if there is any legs in this. But I've not got out from inside club for a bit because there's no happening. So I've no idea how reliable it is, but I would take any Lincoln centre-back because they're all bigger and harder and nastier than ours. Personally, and this is the type of fellow that we definitely need. The only problem is that he's got 2 years left on his contract, right? Lincoln have got no real reason to sell after selling that midfielder to Bolton. They've also lost both Paddy O'Connor and Sean Rogan. So they've lost the two of the defenders anyway. They're not going to want to lose this one as well when they don't need to sell with 2 years left on his contract. I'm not seeing this happening, me. If we wouldn't pay the wages for Paddy O'Connor, why would we then go and spend the money that we could have just spent in wages on a better centre-back on a fee for this bloke to then pay him better wages than he's on at Lincoln anyway? It's not making much sense. I do think someone's pulling his leg with that one. I mean, it'd be a good addition, and it's better than anything we've got right-sided defence. But yeah, I don't know about that one. Dara slagged me off on his podcast. Is that real? Can someone link me that on Twitter? I'll look at it. He's blocked me as he seeing my stuff. He's blocked me. Never interacted with the fellow in my life. He's blocked me, and he's still sat there watching me. Noticing. I think it's just a thing with local millionaires and billionaires these days. They're just tuned into the Callum Fowler YouTube channel. That's just what billionaires do with their spare time, lads. Come on. Get to know. So you're not alone. All you peasants, you're not alone. There's billionaires sat watching this right now with you. Don't worry, guys. Do not worry. Also, this is another one that's just been doing rounds for ages. Don't know how reliable this is either, but we've apparently been after Minogue from Salford for a while. No idea if it's real. You'd have thought we'd have just had it over line by now. Yeah, Jimmy, yeah. You'd have thought we'd have just had this over line ages ago, but apparently not. So it's just the never-ending roundabout of, have we got a right back? No. We've got rid of the only one that we had. We could have just waited until after Plymouth. You know, if we weren't... Let's put it this way. If we weren't going to have one in for Plymouth, which we might not, why don't we just keep Lofthouse until after Plymouth? Noticing. I'm not understanding that one. I'm real for the sake of 50 grand or whatever that we've got for him. I'd rather have 3 points against Plymouth. We're right back than no points and 50 grand. Personally, that's just my view on that one. But yeah, I don't understand why we get rid of 3 right backs to go into the season without one. It just don't make sense, lads. It really don't. For all the good that we do sometimes, we're just daft. We actually are just daft. That's what it comes back to every time. We're just daft as out. Makes absolutely no sense. The logic to sell all your right backs and go into season without one. A chimpanzee would make better decisions than that. Seriously. Mark S. Brackets Sticks Flicks 89. Thank you for the £10, my buddy. Thank you very much, my man. Keep up the good work, lad. I'll give you previous predictions on the league. Reading also looking shaky down the right from pre-season. Still a month of transfers to go. Are we all in the same boat? Am I overreacting here? Because, like, going to Plymouth, for example, they're fuming with the state that they're in and the amount of sales that they've made. So am I just going a bit daft? Thinking, which we're not actually that far off. I generally don't think we're that far off. And I don't think Reading are that far off. You definitely need a little bit more going forward, especially if Nibs leaves. But there's no one's the complete side yet, either. Mark, you've just sold me. You've convinced me. Barnsley winning away at Plymouth. I'm sold. I ain't got a right back, no problem. Because Reading ain't got some players. Like that. That's all I needed, baby. 100 points is on. Shit. Oh. I don't know where I'd say... Well, obviously I do know where I'd say Reading and finish because I've done my predictions. But they're so odd. So odd, Reading, with the state that they're in. And the players that they've brought in are so good. Some of them. It's very up in air. But you can only have 6 in top 6, can't you? You can only have 6 in your playoffs upwards. So there's no point in me saying, there's 12 teams that look quite good. Reading being one of them. When I just can't put them all in. Not everybody can be good at the same time, can they? You know what I mean? Maybe the points tally to get into playoffs is either normal and all at bottom 4 again, like 30, 40, but like record low points, which genuinely won't surprise me that much. But not everybody can be that good. If every other game is going to be against a great side, the best teams will prevail in there, but I don't think Reading are one of them, sadly. And full enough, Mark, I think Barnsley will. But thank you for the 10, mate. I appreciate it a lot. Very kind of you. Kiss. Love you. Where's my Albion Vlogs? Here he is. My friend, thank you for the 10. Kiss. West Brom could be set out to miss on loan target Mikey Moore. Rangers have emerged as favourites and he's seen them most likely destination. I saw that Rangers have well, it's not been announced yet, but Rangers, it's been here we go, hasn't it? For Mikey Moore. I saw Millwall were after him as well. There's Dane Scarlett, and there's another one at Spurs. Alfred Devine, another one. There's a few good loanees coming out that's either obviously going to Rangers or Championship League One. But yeah, you're missing out on Mikey Moore, definitely. But West Brom are in a good spot as well. Come on, vlog man. West Brom are in decent nick. Not to give too much away either, because my Championship predictions, in fact, they'll be coming out next week. And unless stuff changes, right now I've got them just outside West Brom. Because there's other stuff happening that I simply cannot ignore, guys. I cannot ignore some of the teams and some of the moves that these teams are making in Championship. I can't ignore it. But Mark and West Bromwich Albion Vlogs, thank you very much for tenner each. Very, very kind here, lads. I appreciate it massively. You've worked long, hard shifts and then give it to Barnsley guy on YouTube.com. But thank you very much. I appreciate it a lot. Legends. Kiss. Didn't get out to Blackpool. Thing is, he's been like he's a wonder unk at this point, isn't he, Dane Scarlett? He's been about forever. I'm convinced you're on like Football Manager 18 as a wonder kid, and he's still cutting about doing pulling the same gimmick. He's been about forever. Right. Let me show this. Thank you, boys, by the way. Again, just want to say it once more. Thank you very much. Let me show this. This is more than likely going to be the team that we line up with against Plymouth. With the interview that Urian said, and I'm going to show it in a sec, the interview that Urian's come out with, this is more than likely going to be the team. It's always up in air whether Bland's going to start, right? Because Bland has been getting a lot of game time, and the long-term future of Barnsley is definitely going to be structured around players like Bland, Jorgensen, Jallo, them sort of boys, the younger lads that look extremely talented for the level that we're at. It's obviously going to be built around them, so I won't be surprised if Bland comes in. But I do think that first game against Plymouth, Urian will rely on experience more than anything else. And I think Phillips is the one that's quite iffy, but I think Phillips will start instead of Bland. Just based on, can definitely get you a goal when you're under Kosh, which is exactly what that's his best attribute. From any area at pitch at any time, he could just score for you. And obviously McGoldrick fits that bill as well. And if we completely alienate a couple players here, such as, hold on, these lads, we're now looking at a team like, whoa, holy shit, what's going on right now? You know, when you take a couple lads out and you think, okay, you make 2 additions to this squad, and we're looking dandy. Like obviously, Shepherd and Hill will be moved across and Ogbeto will start, but for the Plymouth game, he's on loan from there, so he's not going to play, is he? We're onto something here. We're actually onto something. And I do think with the state that Plymouth are in, they're not looking that good. They're seriously not. You look at the lads that... Think of the players, right, that Plymouth have lost so far. That Talovarev, you know, the Ukrainian centre-half that's gone to Stoke. Ryan Hardy, probably the best 2 players immediately. Bundu's gone. Randall's gone. Al-Hajj is gone. Grimshaw's gone. That Baidu's gone. Mate, this is... I know Plymouth were quite good towards back in the season. Like January onwards, they were playing quite good, right? But that's all the best players and manager gone. They've brought in a lot of players, but players like Caleb Watts, this Javier Amici, Jack McKenzie's looks alright to be fair. Brandon Wiridou's good, Ibrahim's good, this Peppel's okay. But this is a full new team with a new manager, and the first game, without being the finished article and playing a completely new style of football, is against yours truly, who are very, very high on press. Now, I'm not getting ahead of myself, guys. I'm not getting ahead of myself. But I do think if we start pressing with Wonder Unk, 38-year-old McGoldrick stood up front, seriously, goals. Like, definitely goals. Guys, you can't even argue with that one. You can't argue. Definite goals. Don't get me wrong, we're going to concede loads. Absolutely. We are absolutely conceding minimum 4 a game with current defence that we've got. But it's not going to be that all season. I imagine that, realistically, this is what it looks like post-September. Do you know what I mean? Once it's done, once it's all said and done, I think there's a serious chance that Bland could be starting a lot of games, and we'll have 2 new defenders by the time the transfer window's done. That's almost a given with the things that Urian said, right? Because if we look at the Chronicle thing that he said, right? It's hoping for one more play before Barnsley begin the League One season at Plymouth on Saturday. And then it's going through the things that is the players that we brought in. I'm hoping for one before Plymouth to add to the squad, fingers crossed. I don't think we'll get two this week. But there is an area where we're potentially short where we need some supplying pretty quickly, which is very clearly right back. Very, very clearly the right back position. Right. Barnsley have no players in the squad who previously played at right back, blah, 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 blah. I think we need on top of mail. So it's obviously seeing that De Gevigny is going to be a right back. But I think people are looking at this, and I've seen it on Twitter. People are seeing this and then immediately like losing their mind, thinking, oh my God, no, please God, Lord strike me down, we're going to have Mail De Gevigny at right back. Which is a fair enough thought process because he's nowhere near good enough. But he's obviously going to be backup. Do you know what I mean? He's not going to start every week there. No chance. It might start at Plymouth if we don't have someone in. He might start Bland at right back. If he starts Phillips at middle, there's nothing saying that he won't just stick Bland out in right back. You know what I mean? So, blah, blah, blah. Do we need another right back? Absolutely. And it's one we definitely in market for. I really like all these guys, but the wing backs, blah, blah, blah. Something about Jordan Thomas, there's nothing you can say about it yet, and we're looking for a winger. But I don't think we're close yet. So, obviously, the player, like backing it up again, the player that we are looking for, or the area that we're looking for, is obviously a right back. I just hope we get one in. I really hope we get one in. I might lose my mind if we don't. Like, seriously, I am going to tweak out if we are starting with De Gevigny. I really am. But so far, being completely serious, I'm definitely happy with the players that we brought in. I will say it again. The players that we've brought in are ones that are strengthening the team. We're not bringing in players. Like, when you look at all the lads that we've let go this window, and 3 of them are right wing backs that we've let go of, all these lads were brought in to pack squad out and do this, that, and other, and all of them have been shit. So if it means that we start slightly slower, or we're not the finished article on Saturday at first game, but the players that we bring in actually strengthen the team, I am happy with that. Rather than the opposite version, which is we get 3 right backs in now, all as defenders, and they're all crap. And by the time we're in January, we're 15th, and that's it, it's done. You know what I mean? So if it would take a bit longer, but we actually bring in decent players that Uran actually wants, then I am happy with that. I am genuinely happy with that. But let me just chuck lads back in here a minute. Let me just chuck the lads back in that are going to play, I think. Well, to be fair, I'm going to go with the lads that are definitely going to play, I would say, for the most part, once season is started properly. And I think we'd probably look something like this. I do think we would look something like this. Once Gent's back, there is a genuine question for left back, obviously, because if Ogbetter looked quite good in pre-season so far, and he gets very far forward, but we've been very diverse, haven't we? We have been very diverse. Like, we've not just played, we're playing 4-3-3 and that's it. Your wing backs get round, just very bog standard, normal 4-3-3 tackle. We're very much with the right back, shifting into a back 3 anyway, and Better's either pushing far up for left winger so Didsy comes in, or is cutting it middle to playing midfield a lot of the time. So the tactical shape is something that I'm quite intrigued to see, really. But I do think we will have 2 left-footed centre-halves, mate, once season starts. And obviously the right back needs to be someone that don't bomb up as much, which makes me think that Bland won't play there, and it will be De Gevigny that starts there, because the left back is going to go so far up. But I am happy if that is how we look, with obviously the left back up for discussion and a right back bringing in. I'm quite happy with that. I seriously am, and I think that's enough to get in playoffs. Defo, we're going to score goals for fun. We are going to score a lot of goals, a lot of goals. Right, let me get rid of it and just look at what is definitely going to be the lineup for Plymouth again. I wish I could have like multiple versions of this saved. Mile. De Gevigny. Show me now. One sec, guys. Hold on, I'm working. You better leave me alone. Oh, for God's sake, he's going to come over here. Lads, 1 minute. Get off my back. Right, there we go. So that is what we're going to play. I'd think. I think that's what we're going to play. The highest finishing Yorkshire side in League One, by the way, Jim, is definitely going to be Huddersfield. Like, not even up for debate. The order is going to be Huddersfield, Barnsley, and then rest you can do what you want. I don't care. Bradford, Donny and Rotherham, it could be interchangeable by most people, but I think Rotherham are in deep shit. Deep, deep, deep ass. It must be said. Oh man, I'm not sure if I'm ready. I'm not sure if I'm mentally prepared to see us like go into this game, even though it's one of the hardest fixtures of the season. First up, I'm not sure if I'm ready to sit there like full of hope, think like, oh, we could probably just nick a win here. Like we definitely could just nick a win. Do you know what I mean? And then get absolutely annihilated first game. I'm not sure if I'm ready. I don't know if I can do it. Oh my god, I'm not ready. I'm actually just not. Oh, don't forget Mike Roberts' recovery pace. But it's only for one game. That's what I keep telling myself. This is for one game. It's for one game. Which is, again, that's why I think we're going to go with experience and players that have played a long time, rather than immediately starting Bland or Jorgensen. That can they handle pressure for that much stuff at first game? Obviously, Jorgensen can, coming from the playoff final win. And he handled themselves very well in playoffs anyway. Scored away at York, didn't he? And he was best player in every single game. So he can handle himself. But Bland's played in... The only Barnsley games or professional games that Bland has played in are nothing games. Effectively friendlies. Once he started playing towards back end of the season, we'd finished anyway. So he was playing in friendlies, if more or less. He's playing in friendlies now. When it's proper happening, is he up for it? I think he does look it. But yeah, the Roberts thing is scaring me, definitely. Especially if that Peppel plays the Luton... Well, he was from Luton, one of that young forward that Plymouth have got. Because he looks quite frightening for this division. But I'm not overly bothered about Mark Roberts if it's just for one game. If it's just for one game. Don't even got Billy Sharp. Yeah, but he's about 300, mate. Like, I know, obviously age means nothing. When we look at Barnes' left winger for this game. Means absolutely nothing. But Billy Sharp's a little fatty. And McGoldrick is clearly a unit. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying right now. Oh. Am I ready for this? I'm speaking myself out of my own confidence. The more I think about it. I hope that Plymouth just don't bring any lads in. That's more my thoughts looking at it for weekend. I'm just very much hoping there's no more lads coming in for Plymouth. Do whatever you want after, lads. I couldn't give monkeys. But please, just let us get off on front foot. Because Barnsley fans are very much of the mindset that if we don't win first game, season's over. Literally, regardless of what division we're in ever, we could be playing Real Madrid in first game, and if we lose, everybody's just like, nah, see, I'll come back next year. We're shit. And they'll watch it on telly and then go, like, do all like it, man. All like it. Especially, I'll tell you what and all, if we lose to Burton, second game at home, holy shit, the world might end. If we don't win either at first two games, the world will end. I'm telling you. I can see it already. We'll be 1-0 down at half-time against Plymouth. Comments on Twitter, we're going down. You know what I mean? We could have been best team by an absolute landslide. We've not got a right back. We've not got another defender that we're going to need to start. We've got no midfield depth, really. And then immediately, yeah, we're getting relegated. Yep, 100%. I knew it. This is why I had a season ticket for 15 years. Because since these owners come in 6 years ago, we've been crap. Oh, shut up, man. Anyway, sorry, real MVP. I just took your message off. Thank you for the £2, my buddy. Who's winning Golden Boot, Kelman, or Nibs? I'm going to go with Ivanovic at Millwall. Respectfully. But thank you for your two. And Charlton, looking good, baby. Let me just tell you that ahead of them championship predictions that are coming out. They are looking good, baby. Oh, thank you for the two, though. Michael, I've seen your message. I'm coming for it. Why can't I better start? What are they scared of? Something we don't know. No, it's obviously he's on loan for Plymouth, isn't he? So he can't play. That's all it is. He's going to obviously play every game after that, and it looks good. So, I'm happy. Seriously, I'm happy. With the players that we've brought in, guys, I'm happy. Guys, come on. With the players that we have brought in, I am genuinely happy. We just need more of them. And we're taking the living piss to actually bring those players in. That's what it is. That's what's really grinding my gears right now. But I am happy with it. Obviously, as defence has been strengthened anyway, regardless of the no right back aspect, right? Let's really good alluded right now. Regardless of the fact that we ain't got a right back in an entire club, the defence has strengthened tenfold for what it were last season. Even with what you're seeing right there, that defence is miles better than last season and keeper. Obviously, Flav is a young lad and he will come good. Slanina ended up being arse. Cooper is better than them both. For right now, Flav long term, obviously a fantastic keeper and he's going to do very well for himself. But Cooper right now is better than him. Shepherd, best defender in League 2 last season. Immediately strengthened. I'm going to wipe off 20 goals from last season just because of that alone. Thank you very much. We're going up. Obviously, going forward, we're going to score goals anyway. Like 5 out of that front 6 can score loads and loads of goals. Loads. Last season, Phillips. What did he get? He got double. Phillips got double figures from middle at park. Russell got double figures from middle at park. Davis Killadun got about 18. McGoldrick got about 18 from division below. Keelan Vickers, not a goal scorer at heart, more of a creator. But he was surrounded by Muppets at Mansfield. Put him in this side. Obviously, early doors, it took him, 40 minutes to get his goal in his first friendly. So we are going to score a boatload of goals. There's no worry about it at all. And his defence is definitely strengthened as well. Respectfully, I'm going to go. And I'm going to, you know what? Thinking about the Plymouth game at weekend. But stay with me now. Thinking about the Barnsley Plymouth game at weekend. Plymouth and Cleverley. Full new squad. New play style. Quite a nervy atmosphere, I would imagine, with Plymouth being relegated and not spending loads of money. I don't think they're that happy with squad. I think if they make a mistake early doors playing out front back, there's immediately going to be, get it on, man! What they're doing? There's going to be a load of that. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be, oh, patience. I can see what's happening here. They're going to lose the rag, these Plymouth fans, immediately. They're absolutely going to lose the rag. They're going to want it lumping up front. And we've got 3 6'4" centre halves stood there that are just going to go, oh! And that's going to play perfectly into our game if they start getting impatient and just lumping it forward. So, playing out from back against what is a very, very high pressing side. That is what Urian wants. It's what he said loads of times that he wants high press. And even with McGoldrick being there and the fact that he's 300 years old, he looks in good nick. He looks in good nick. So, we're going to be very high pressing against a side that likes to play out from back. Joe, and you might be a Plymouth fan. I don't care. Literally don't care. I'm going to tell you what's happening. You're going to be nervy. And you're going to remember this. And you know it first 2 minutes when you're playing out front back and someone messes up and it goes out for a corner. Barnsley corner 2 minutes in. You're going to remember this right now. You're going to be nervous. You're going to be nervous. And it's going to get lumped onto Jack Shepherd's big fatty head. And it's going to be headed in for 1-0 Barnsley. I am going to say, respectfully, 2 goals for Barnsley. No, I'm not even bothered. I'm going to say 2 for Barnsley, 2 for Plymouth. I will go with a score draw. First game of the season. Plymouth 2, Barnsley 2 to get us going. And I would take that. Let me tell you that one, baby. I would take that right now. If I could have a draw and teleport to Monday, I'd shake your hand right now. I'll shake your hand right now. I'm feeling a 2-2 draw. Callum, thank you for the £5, my friend. Spend this on a star. I don't like Star Prime, man. I'm not going to lie. Some serious away days for you lot this season. PS, up the Pensfield. Never had a Pensfield in my life. I don't like Star Prime and I think it's too heavy. So you've just wasted a £5. You absolute idiot. Oh my God. Think of what stuff you could have done with that. That's half a takeaway. You turnip. Oh my God. What a waste of money. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Callum Price, very much. Nice picture. That's recognisable. Oh, man. You know what I'll get instead? It's a bit too hot for a Guinness, isn't it, as well? Oh, I told you guys as well. You know, on Friday when I turn my stream off, right, I'll drop a bit of law for you on this Barnsley stream, and people just don't care, but I'm not bothered. This is my stream. I'll do what I want. So on Friday, I went to a pub straight afterwards, and I'd not read my chat with my mates in all day. It were agreed that we were going to a pub called Crown and Anchor, right, which is fairly near me. We're going to Crown and Anchor. So I'm like, all right, sound. And I had loads of messages. But I was like, well, I'm in a rush. I want to get there. I want to get to Crown and Anchor ASAP because I finished quite late streaming this and everybody were there already. So I've gone to Crown and Anchor. I've got a lift at Crown and Anchor. I'm there. I think, you know what? I'll just go to the bar now because they'll all be outside. I'll go and get my Senatini and I'll go outside. Go and get a Guinness because it was this time. So it was starting to like drop a little bit. It was starting to be like quite cool. Go outside with my Guinness, sat down. And where everybody is. It's ran, by the way. So I'm like reserving table. I'm just sat there on my Todd. Everybody's looking at me like I'm an alien. Maybe it's because I'm famous or because I'm sat on my own. 1 or 2, regardless. But sat there with my Guinness. And after about 10 minutes, I'm like, something's happening here. Something is definitely happening. Something's going on. Read me message. I don't know why it took me so long. Read my phone. We're at a different pub. All right, so I'm sat here like a dickhead on my send. So I've got to drink my pint and then immediately get a lift over there instead. What a story, I know. Honestly, I once played rock, paper, scissors with Tony Adams. But thank you, Callum, for the £5. That has nothing to do with anything you've just said. Limits, thank you for the 2. Love and guidance, my friend. How are you? Buddy, I'm dandy. I'm absolutely dandy. I'm excited for the season. I hope you are as well. I've seen you, by the way, Callum. Pensfield is Stansfield. Yeah, pudding. Shut up. Shut up, man. I'm feeling like 12 goals for Stansfield this season of that. But I hope you're good as well, Limits, my friend. Thank you, guys. Kiss. Right. I'm going to put a poll in. Start a poll. Can I add options? Oh, okay. Plymouth. We're going to do predictions, guys. Plymouth versus Reds. If anybody... You know, I'm not going to say anything because everyone will just like... Nah. Plymouth, Reds, draw. If you're all biased, I'm never doing these again. Up the Grimbo Town reel. Right, guys, put your predictions in. I want to see what everyone says. And be serious as well. I know this is obviously a Barnsley stream, so you'd think it's Barnsley heavy. But 90% of you that are in here aren't even Barnsley fans. So I'm just, you're just going to fucking... You're just all going to put Plymouth when you don't actually think it. Put what you truly believe. Be serious as well. And take everything that I've said on board, guys. We're going to score a lot of goals as defence is stronger than last season. It's not the finished article. It's not the finished article. But we're going to score a lot of goals. They've obviously had a lot of changes and a change in managerial position and a full new team effectively. I'm feeling jaw. Right, I'm going to stop it in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Right, what's the end? What's the end goal here? Plymouth 54%, Reds 32%, draw 13%. I'm not that bothered by that. I'll take that, guys. Thanks. You've all fed into my delusion. So what you're saying is there's a 50% chance that we don't lose. I'll take it. I'll take it. Is this a friendly? No, we're not playing now, mate. We're not playing now. I'm just like previewing. I'm just getting excited for Saturday. We're playing on Saturday. Obviously, we're doing a live on Friday night for Plymouth versus Wimbledon. And... No, for Luton versus Wimbledon even. And then I'm doing Sunday, I'm doing Stockport versus Bolton as well. So I'm doing both. You should do posts for every fixture this game week. That is not, I mean, that's too much. It's too much work, that. Jesus Christ. Too much work. Joe, let me get that message up. Joe's being serious, guys. I'm being serious. 17,000 people inside Home Park. New manager, Argyle 2-1. Amici and Peppel to score. If you think we only score one against you, you lost. You lost. We're scoring more than one. You can say however many goals you think you want to score, and I would honestly accept it. You could put 6, and I would not bat an eyelid. But if you think we're scoring 1, you're wrong. We're scoring more than 1. We will score a lot of goals last season. It's giving vibes of the season where I wasn't even born. Jimmy, if you're still in here, please remind me of the managers. Oh, no, Bassett. Dave Bassett, right? 99, I believe. 99 into 2000. So I was about 3 weeks old when we went to Wembley. And we're in Championship. And we went to, obviously, Wembley for Championship playoff final and lost 4-2 to Ipswich at Wembley. But we scored about 300 goals. I think we scored 90-odd goals. But conceded about 65 for a team that got to playoff final. And I am genuinely feeling the same sort of vibe for this season. That we are going to score most in league. There's generally no doubt in my mind that we'll be one of the top goal scorers. But I think there's potential for us to be most, regardless of the strength of the other sides. But with the defence that we're lining up with right now, that defence concedes about 60, I would say. Obviously, we've got the advantage of Urian coming out and publicly saying we're going to get a right back. And we want 1 or 2 of us. We want Jordan Thomas as well, which would be a very nice addition to this. Whether he even starts is a crazy question. But I imagine if Jordan Thomas is to be brought in, the winger from Cheltenham, who's a right winger, I imagine he starts out wide on right, and then you probably put Vickers quite centrally for Phillips, who's eventually going to be sold. Phillips won't be here long term, but for first month, or for first game especially, it's probably going to like this. I think we will score lots of goals, baby. Lots of them. TJ, thank you for the 2. Will Stags do the double on news again this season? No. No. Listen, I thought you were good. Our place, first game, opening game, Barnsley versus Mansfield. That's how it's done, by the way. None of this Luton Wimbledon shit. Barnsley Mansfield's where it's at. And I thought you generally looked quite good that first game. You scored 2 screamers, don't get me wrong. But I did think you looked quite good. At your place, second half of the season, you were terrible. Like, terrible. I know you won, and that's the only thing that matters. But you were going up against one of the worst Barnsley sides in history. So, yeah, I think you'll be fine. Like you've said, or like I've said, if you've seen my predictions, you know that I think you're more than fine. But you ain't doing the double. I don't think you're even doing the single. I think you're doing the nil. I think we're running it back and we're going to take 6 points off you. Have that, TJ. You little bitch. Have that. Dun, 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 dun. That Gale looks good for you. I'm not going to lie. The Bassett season we scored over 100 and conceded about 90 on the nerves. Oh, man, I can't. Oh, I'm just scared. I am a bit scared. I'm worried. I'm worried. Mark, I've seen it, my friend. Mark S, the fellow who sent me a tenner earlier, which I appreciate massively as well. But thank you. Welcome to the Guards. You get a John Stones badge, mate. Congrats. Yeah, I bet you're so happy with that purchase. Holy shit. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Also, when I was out in town on Friday, a couple of people who knew who I were, which is like, come on, guys, it's every couple of people you walk past, it's paparazzi all over the place. But people keep telling me to do Patreon. Why? Why do people want me to do a Patreon? There's an optional thing. You know, if you want to pay for some monthly subscription thing, right? You get a John Stones badge on here, and you get everything else that everybody gets. There is no incentive to making a Patreon. What, I might get $1,000 a month extra, but I've got to put content behind a paywall. Am I a Tory? Hello? Listen, guys. You might get that in some of these other clubs, but you ain't getting that in Barnsley. There's no Patreon over here. We're not putting stuff behind a paywall. I'm man of the people, working class hero. This is what Sir Jim Ratcliffe aspired to be. What a joke. Do a Patreon. Oh my god. Fucking disgusting. And if Bradford think that Humphries is a good signing, then they are mad. Disagree. I disagree. I think if they play him out wide, they're onto a good player. I do genuinely think they're onto a good player if they put him out wide. The worry for me, for Bradford's sake, is if they stick him up front, because then he's just a ghost. And he himself, the player himself, has come out and said in the interviews for him that he's not a number 9. He's come in to play on wing. You know what I mean? I think Humphries is a good player, and I'd like to have kept him here. Obviously, now you look at what we've done with the money and bringing in like McGoldrick and Vickers, probably for the same combined wage as what Humphries were on. I'm happy with his decision there. That's the thing is though, that's what makes it more annoying. Would you not agree, Andy, specifically? Would you not agree it's more annoying that we're bringing in good players, but we just take so long to do it? That is the annoying thing about this, because if we went into it, if we'd have just brought more signings in that were all at the level of the other ones that we have brought in, we'd be looking at this and thinking Plymouth away is genuinely a winnable game. Because I do think with the odd bits of quality that we've got, we're right at top. I really do. I've got to say it. I do think with some of the individuals that we've got, we are automatic promotion worthy with some of the players. Seriously, Dunn, McGoldrick, Vickers, Russell, arguably Connell. You are looking at some in that position per player compared to the others in this league. You are looking at some of the best. But then you look at the fucking defense. You look at the defense. Oh god, I really, really just hope that we're not sat here in May, right, and on a really good points tally, and we're just missing out on something or other, and we're thinking if we would have just had these players in a week earlier for the first couple of games, like if we don't get right back in or whatever for first couple of weeks, it's that scares me. The thought of we just not have that line. Look at some of the players on this, please. Look at some of the players on that list. Look at them. You're lost. You're lost if you're not thinking that some of them are the best in this league. You're absolutely lost. Specifically, right, I'll make it even more specific. Dunn, you can't even argue it. You can't argue it. Dunn, not even comparable. Russell, not even comparable. McGoldrick, not even comparable at all. Honestly, you can make your own mind out about someone like Connell, which I agree with at most part, but knowing what he could be, I'm going to put him up there and he's looked good in pre-season. Vickers, I am serious, after watching an 8-minute highlight compilation against York, he's the best footballer ever. So, think of what you want, guys. Think whatever you want, I don't care. But Dunn, Russell, McGoldrick, you can't even lie. You cannot even lie. And I'll tell you what, Clevs Greens, I'm seeing you. You will find out. You will find... This time on Saturday, fella, you'll be back at home with a kebab thinking, we've just been arseholed by Barnsley and their crap. And you'll think of me. You'll think of me. You bitch. Will, thank you for the £2, my buddy. Cal Fowler, my man of the people. Love you, kiss. Real. So real and true. Thank you, Will. I am the man of the people. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it too. Oh, God. Seriously, just imagine, right? This time next week, and there's a big scoreboard or something. Plymouth 6, Barnsley 0, and just imagine the head loss. Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what, if we do get battered, I'm going to hop on a live on Saturday when it's done. I'm going to actually hop on a live when it's done. But otherwise, you're going to have to wait for Monday. Who will win in a foot race, Mark Roberts or Paraplegic Tortoise? I will go with the latter, personally. What do you think of Awake It Cal? Good point, mate. Good point, honestly. Because I've got it here and I forgot completely about it. I think that's mint. Like, I genuinely think that's mint. Just look at that. Look at it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm copying. I'm 100% buying that. From this season, obviously, you can't see it as well in person. You can sort of make that out. But it's a rose, which is what we've had plastered all over as kits and as all badge since dawn of time. Roses have very much been implemented into Barnsley's history. That's obviously the bird of Barnsley, the Kez. I would have preferred it if it had that on shorts. That would have made it really something else. But I really like that. Now, when third kit comes out and it's got an outline of Grogger's Rest on it, then we're in trouble. We're in a lot of trouble. When there's an outline at Chennels, or a Barnsley chop, or a Whippet with a flat cap on, that is when we are in trouble town. But I really like that kit. I really do. I'm sold. I'm absolutely. It's a Kez, lads. It's not an eagle. What's wrong with you? It's a Kez. It's a Kestrel. Jesus. I've got one up back of my leg, lads. Come on, I'm tatted up. I'm inked up, boys. Oh, my God. Also, just a quick one. I would like to say a big thank you to Match Bingo for sponsoring this channel. I have not thanked him yet, and I should be doing. But thank you very much. Obviously, it is a gambling website or app, so if you're under the age of 18, then just cup your ears, guys. You know, like when your parents used to swear when you were a kid and they go like, wanker, something like that. Just do that for a minute. But it's like a mix-up of a bet builder. So for certain games, if you get a line and you're fastest on it, you win. That type of vibe. Obviously, there's a link at the top of the description if you fancy it. And if you deposit £5, you get £10 free. Also, if you use the code CF8 when you deposit, then it doubles anything that you put on. But it's got to be at least a £5. But thank you to Match Bingo as always. I love them. I absolutely love these guys. I'm buying a house soon. Match Bingo, baby. Goodness me. Oh, man. It should not be a pigeon. And the Thunderbird strip, don't even mention that shit ever again. We're going to pretend that ain't happening. Earl, very important, as we has no other left back available at Mo, and when he plays in middle, even more. Robert's birthday cake today. He's knocking on, Robbo, isn't he? He's knocking on. I love Match Bingo! Right, guys, I think that's about it. I think we're there. Like I've said, I'm going 2-2. I'm going for a score draw. The people have spoken, and it's a 50% Plymouth win. You know what we should do? We should do like Callum versus Chat and winner gets something. So if I win, so if we don't lose, you all have to give me a tenner. So I get £3,000 if Barnsley don't lose. And if let's say this, if Plymouth win on Monday stream, I will pick a couple of you out and give you the money to go on that. We'll do something like that. We'll do something like that. I don't know, but yeah. So I will come and get a couple of you. But if I win, you all legally binding contract. You all owe me £10 each. But boys, thank you very much for being here. I want to say thank you to Match Bingo as always. I want to thank all of you for being here as always. Most of you aren't even Barnsley fans, but I appreciate you being here and just watching me suffer in silence. Anyway, love you all. Kiss anybody that's donated. I appreciate it massively. Anybody that chats or just watches anything. Love you all very much. And for the Barnsley related lives, I will see you on Monday. But the next live will be Thursday. And then we're doing 2 on Friday, by the way. So Thursday, I'm doing a League 1 and at 6. Friday, I'm doing a Championship Transfer 1 as always at 6. I'm going to end at 7, go and have my tea or something, and then immediately come back on at about 7:45 for opening game. So I will see you then. I'll see you Thursday for next live. Thursday, 2 on Friday, 1 on Sunday for Bolton, Stockport, and then back round to Monday. Love you all. Kiss. 2-2 to Reds, I believe. Goodbye.